Hey, what is up, everybody? This is Stevie Breach coming to you here today. We are rolling. I didn't even know I hit the button, but all right, we're riding home. I made a video the other day talking about Roman Reigns. It was announced that he was going to be kicking off Monday Night Raw tonight. I'll tell you the truth, I don't even know where Raw is, and I'm pretty sure it's a different start time, kind of like going back to the old times that it used to be. Them moving it around is going to end up screwing themselves someday, honestly, the more I think about it, even though it is cool that, Raw, I believe next week, is going to be on at 4 in the morning, or maybe it's 5 in the morning. Like I said, it's getting kind of confusing from Australia, but Roman Reigns is going to be there. More than likely, he's going to be announcing or setting up his match for Crown Jewel, because we already know that he is scheduled to be there. And why would he be there if he's not having a match? And I thought maybe him and Jey Uso would be teaming up, kind of like rerunning SummerSlam. But little did I know, I forgot, they're actually going to be doing a rematch with Bronson Reed. That is the match that they should be setting up tonight. And that's going to be a rematch from the Clash in Paris. And if you remember, Roman won that match, and it was the opening match of the night, and it just happened that the match and the post-match celebration slash beatdown was almost 45 minutes to an hour of the beginning of the show. Bronson and Roman, they had a really, really good match. Roman ended up getting the win. And then during the celebration where Roman took his shoes back and was throwing them to the crowd, he was speared by Braun Breaker. Then they threw him back into the ring where Bronson Reed hit him with a few tsunamis. And they had to cart Roman Reigns out of there. I think they had to do a stretcher job where they basically had to pick him up and they had to take him out of there. But I guess it had been a while that I had forgotten about that fact that's what they did. So, what are they going to do to make this match bigger and better than that last match? Is this going to be some sort of like a last man standing where these guys are just going to beat the hell out of each other? Are we looking to some sort of like a falls count anywhere? I understand that like the bloodline is not in the best situation as of right now. Everybody's talking about how Jimmy sort of got slighted last week on Monday Night Raw. Maybe Raw went off before Roman turned to his side and basically gave the same congratulations to Jimmy. And he wasn't just ignoring him, giving all the praise to Jey, trying to bring him in. Who would have thought that a former World Heavyweight Champion, let alone this year a World Heavyweight Champion, would be somebody's second banana? It's almost like they're setting up like Stone Cold Steve Austin and Triple H, the two-man power trip from back in the day, where Austin would be WWF Champion, Triple H would win the Intercontinental title, then they would win the tag titles together, and that's, of course, when Triple H blew out his quad for the first time. And who would have known where that storyline was going? I like to hope that they were going to run hell over everybody, and then it was going to lead to Triple H feeling like he was the second banana and maybe coming out from under Stone Cold Steve Austin. But I'm not 100% sure, and I don't think I've ever heard that come up like in an interview. Like, where the hell were you going? Because they were such like a team that was so strong. I think they lost to the Hardys, if I remember right. Maybe they lost to Benoit and Jericho. I mean, in the end, they ended up being beatable. But, they were so strong as a team. Like, I wonder how long that was really going to be able to go without people complaining that they were just beating everybody. But, I really want to see this match. If it ends up being last man standing, if it is some sort of falls count anywhere, I think that's like the best kind of stipulation that you could bring to this. So we'll have to see. Tonight, Monday Night Raw, kicking it off. Roman Reigns coming down to the ring, calling him out. Let's go. Peace out, everybody. Well, we got it. We got exactly what we thought we were going to get. Roman Reigns comes out to start Monday Night Raw. Basically, all that he's able to get out of his mouth is that he's glad he's in Dallas. Dallas is tribal chief country. And then basically he's interrupted by the Vision, Bronson Reed, as well as Paul Heyman coming out on the stage. And basically, the table is set. The match that everyone thought that we were going to get, we are going to be getting. Bronson Reed issued the challenge for Saturday night, which is AKA Saturday morning here in Sacramento, California. 4 a.m. start time for Crown Jewel coming up on the ESPN app. Still beyond the point of crazy. I'm just going to work. I start work at 5 o'clock. 5 o'clock, I'm going to start the show. I know that if I don't look on Twitter, this, that, or the other, that basically everything's going to be okay throughout the day. But we got a big match. Australian street fight is what they're going to be going at it. As of right now, Jimmy and Jay, the Usos, they're not booked for the show. We know that Bronson Reed normally isn't going to travel. We haven't really seen him with Seth Rollins all that much. Just a Paul Heyman connection. Where was Braun Breaker tonight? I don't know, but there's no doubt in my mind that Braun Breaker is not going to be either far behind, but I think he's even going to be ringside during this fight. And I don't know what there's going to be basically keeping him out of the match. This is going to be a big one. Some people say this is even going to be the main event of Crown Jewel. I would be really, really surprised, honestly. I know Roman's a big star, but Seth versus Cody seems to be everything that this show was built around. I think that has to be the match. There's not a ton more to really say about Roman versus Bronson. I mean, I just made a video about it on the way home from work, but now all we really know is the stipulation. I thought that when they fought at Crown Jewel, I thought it was going to be Roman beating Bronson. That's what happened. And then Roman would go on and fight against Braun Breaker at Crown Jewel. But at the end of the match, during the celebration, he was speared by Braun, and then Bronson hit the tsunamis, and he kind of disappeared for a week or two. And now we're here. So my official stipulation, I think that Roman is definitely going to win this match. But then when do we get the Braun Breaker match? Because I think everybody's got him being inside of War Games. Although this was a very babyface Roman Reigns last week when he was talking with Jay and in the ring with Jimmy. It definitely looked like we were going back to Bloodline era heel territory. So, I don't know. They're cooking something. We got to figure out what it is. But Australian street fight coming up at Crown Jewel.